Well, a new record today, and not a good one. 348 new confirmed COVID-19 cases across Montana, along with 4 deaths. The latest victims to die from COVID-related illness: a Glacier County woman in her 70s, a Yellowstone County man in his 90s, a Flathead County resident, and the Bighorn County man in his 70s that we told you about last night. Now, the official total death count now stands at 182. This brings the total deaths in Yellowstone County to 68, Bighorn County with 23, Flathead to 19, and Glacier County is now up to 2. Well, shortly after the numbers were released, Governor Steve Bullock addressed the state today. In fact, he's still answering questions on all MTN Facebook sites. The governor invited several medical professionals from around the state to share their experience. Dr. Mark Williams from Bozeman Health said it's time for Montanans to double up their COVID preventive efforts for families and healthcare workers. Williams said some healthcare workers feel exhausted by people who don't take the virus seriously. Also, on this day of a record number of rising cases in Montana, I talk with Dr. Deborah Birx, the coordinator of the White House Coronavirus Task Force. She weighs in on a number of concerns and issues surrounding coronavirus in Montana. We'll hear from her tonight on your MTN station. Well, COVID-19 now impacting Montana students at a growing rate. Butte Central will remain temporarily closed due to the virus after some students were put in quarantine earlier this week. However, in-person classes are expected to start back up on Monday. Butte Central Catholic Schools President Don Peoples says the football team is expected to play Friday's home game against Libby since the quarantine ends Thursday evening. In Jordan, Montana, a teacher tested positive for COVID-19, and now the school is shutting down in-person classes for the next 2 weeks. School leaders say many students and staff had contact with the teacher during the exposure period. Jordan has also postponed all sporting events until at least October 10th. Other small schools also across the state are shutting their doors. The schools in Harlem, Conrad, and Box Elder also forced to close due to recent COVID cases. And Lewis and Clark County reported its first cases in schools this week and now reports more COVID-19 cases in the county detention center. Sheriff Leo Dutton says there are 4 inmates who have tested positive in 2 residential pods. All the inmates in those pods are being quarantined through the end of next week. In addition, 7 detention center employees have tested positive out of about 50 who have been checked.